We are live. You're still on mute.
Oh, that's good because I thought it went loud. Okay. Welcome to News and Nonsense. I'm Auntie AK, the auntie of all the aunties in all the land, and I'm here with.
I am Nana, aka the Black Fairy, aka Dark and Lovely.
And we are here. Farah's on her way. She'll be here with us in a minute. And we are here, as we are every week, to bring you the news our way, because the world is literally going to hell in a handbasket, and we're helping you navigate the stormy, dirty waters of the nastiness of the world. We dig through all the news and nonsense, give you our take on it. We're here to help you separate the wheat from the chaff, the sap from the crap, what you need to know from what you don't need to know. But before we get into it, Nana, what do the people them need to do?
Guys, you need to book the like button on entry. Please do it now. And you also need to sign up to our YouTube membership as well. I will drop the link in the chat and share this with like-minded people.
What else? Well, I think you said all those things. Guys, my disclaimer, my favorite part of the show, to be honest, letting the people them. It's not even the family. It's not even the entourages. It is those outside that don't understand that we are not experts. These are just our opinions. They're informed, but also uninformed, because we are just human beings, mere mortals. This is the ultimate aunties WhatsApp group, cooler than your other aunties, but it's still like the WhatsApp group. If you want actuals and factuals, please ask TLC, Google, or phone a friend. Any links that we share are for you to go off and do your own research, which we encourage you to do. Do not be a sheeple, be a people.
Fuck's sake, it's expanded.
Who's in the chat with us?
All right, so this morning we have Body Gang in the house. We have Yvonne with us as well. We have Fashion for Crime. We have Judy B in the house. We have Urbano. Please come in and say hello, and hello to Instagram as well.
Oh, guys, we've got a lot to get. we've got a lot to get through today. And Auntie Farah's come in. Come and say hi, Auntie Farah.
Hey. Sup?
That is it. We are here. We've done the intro, we've done the rundown. So let's get into the first story of the day. Tens of thousands of people joined rival London marches on yesterday. So we had Unite the Kingdom rally led by Tommy Robinson. And then we had a pro-Palestinian Nakba Day march. And, you know, there was predictions of hundreds of thousands taking to the streets. And going to be all this kind of immigrant, anti-immigrant, pro-Palestine, whatever the case. But it wasn't, I think overall they were peaceful protests, I guess. But it is, again, what can I say? Pitting another march, another rallying cry that is quite, on one side, quite divisive, and one side highlighting the ills that are going on around the world. But in the media, it's like anti-immigration and immigration. They're pitting us against each other in a way that's heightening tensions. And the UK is fast moving towards a more far-right thinking. Keir Starmer called out Tommy Robinson and his marchers, calling them far right. Tommy Robinson, and then apparently at the rallies there was lots of anti-Keir Starmer rhetoric. And we as aunties always say to those people, like, stop focusing on the immigrants. Please focus on the government that's tearing you apart. However, with that narrative, they're skewing it to be anti-establishment, but they're blaming the establishment for letting all the immigrants in. So then, so I'm just seeing in the chat, Nana's husband is saying, please, could you let her come and let him in. He needs to be let in the house. So that's why Nana's disappeared. But yes, there's a lot to get through. Oh gosh, I've lost all my points. Here we go. So first and foremost, what did you think of the rally? What was going on, Farah, as I get into it?
What's interesting to me is that I don't know what's happened, but lately all I hear them say is we need to get back our country from Islam. We need to get Islam. We need to kick Islam out of our schools and out of our politics and that. Sorry, what? You need to kick Islam out of, since, like, when did it turn that now they seem to think that Islam is the problem? Like they talk about stop the boats and all that kind of stuff, yeah, but their focus is on Islam, and it's wild to me. It's wild to me. They talk about we need to get our country back and all this stuff, yeah. They're carrying Israeli flags with them as well as carrying the St. George Cross. It's like the level of dumbassness with these people is astounding to me. St. George is not British, okay? He never came here. In fact, he died in what is Palestine. Do you get it? He was executed by the Romans. Do you understand that? Do you get that Christianity that you are clinging on to is not yours? Do you not understand that? Do you not understand where Jesus was born? It's wild to me. And then you've got Tommy Robson chatting shit, talking about we need to get fit. Oh, men need to get fit. But you're going to be in Spain in a minute, and then you're going to be bitching when countries, I can't remember where he went and they wouldn't let him in. Oh, you can't get it let in. And he targets people who are, you know, unfortunately have been let down by the British government. Yeah. And that has got nothing to do with Islam. It has got nothing to do with immigrants. Immigrants actually put a lot of money into this country. And if you hate immigrants and what immigration has done so much, what are you eating tonight? When you left your march, where did you go and eat?
Well, let's have a little play of what the overview of what's happened is. And we'll get into
the streets of the capital, crammed once again with the sights and sounds of protest. Those who marched for their version of patriotism are not far away, those who followed the cause of the Palestinian people.
Free Palestine!
Twin tests, the biggest faced by London's police in years.
You are the man of the people.
Who promised to crack down on hate speech in all its forms. In all, there have been more than 30 arrests for a variety of offences.
Apparently not taking my mask off, even though my mask had been off for about 30 seconds before I was arrested.
For a simple slogan, you can get arrested. Where's the justice in that? Where's the freedom in that?
Nothing against any Jew person in London or the United Kingdom. But I'm an anti-Zionist. I'm anti-Israel. And for what they're doing to the people in Gaza.
A few streets away, under the watchful eye of police helicopters and drones, and scanned by facial recognition technology as they arrived, far-right activist Stephen Yaxley Lennon,
He didn't back down.
better known as Tommy Robinson, brought tens of thousands of his supporters to the heart of Westminster.
What London is witnessing today is a vivid illustration of this country's divisions and fractures. Two marches, diametrically opposed camps that share only one piece of common ground, an utter frustration and sometimes contempt for politics as usual.
I'm here today flying the flag. It's not racist to want to support your country, keep your identity. England's a great country, and we want to be free.
Critics of this march say that the presence of so many people here flying the Union flag is intimidatory.
Not intimidatory whatsoever. I've
I've
been down the street with my Union Jack flag. That no problem whatsoever.
It's taken 4,000 police officers to keep the two sides apart. In the end, the numbers marching were lower than some predicted, but it's been a day when the limits of free speech have again been tested. John Ray, ITV News, Central London.
And here's a bit of Tommy Robinson. For those who don't know, this is Stephen Yaxley Lennon, aka Tommy Robinson, who is the leader of this march and this movement.
Prime Minister tomorrow, what would you change?
I would stop Islam. I'd end foreign funding in this country. All the migrants would be taken out of the hotels and sent back tomorrow by the military. I would reverse. I would have remigration. It's time for many Muslims to leave this country if they're not going to obey or assimilate. It's time to go home. Right? You've got your homes to go to. This is our home. We've got nowhere to go to. We're not allowing it to change any longer. You've seen today, people are fed up, man. People are fed up.
Fed up. National sovereignty, safety and security.
Yeah, we're fed up.
And national identity.
Thank you. Go on.
I mean,
Says an Australian.
It's flipping crazy. But also, like Tommy Robinson talking about foreign powers and everything else, when he sat on a stage and actually said he had been funded by an American billionaire and an Israeli millionaire. Like it doesn't, he actually said his character had been created by somebody. Like this doesn't even make any sense. I'm actually disgusted with the normal white folks that can't see this grift. Like they're really stupid. There's no way around it. They're just like such idiots that he even managed to get tens of thousands of people out to march and pick up crosses and wear Israeli flags. Like, you know what? Working class people are really dumb. They're really dumb in this country.
I don't even know if it was tens of thousands, because the images that I saw, it didn't look like tens of thousands.
Well, they were claiming hundreds of thousands. They were like, this was bigger than Glastonbury.
Yeah.
It absolutely was not.
No, the news is very much clearly saying, and they're saying tens of thousands for both marches. So that doesn't even give the weight of which march had more at this point. I think combined it said tens of thousands. No one's even split and said Unite the King this and Nakba had that. So even that means we don't know. There could have been more people protesting for peace and stopping the genocide that's happening than the Unite the Kingdom.
Looked like that to me, because when you saw the aerial shots that they were showing of the peaceful protests, it looked like there were tens of thousands.
Yeah, I mean, you look that I don't believe anything they see. What is at the core, as you guys are saying, is the stupidity of the people that are being manipulated by everybody. You guys, anyway. So then you've got the people that are rallying around the colours.
Great Britain.
Yeah.
Who here loves free speech? Who here loves our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? My parents came into this country for all three of those things. Now the country they escaped to is turning into the country they escaped from. You're seeing people locked up for tweets. You're seeing people in solitary confinement for a difference of opinion. And now you're seeing people like the likes of Piers Morgan calling us the same old boring far right for being patriotic. Well, I have a question for Piers Morgan. If this is a far right racist extremist event, then what the fuck am I doing here?
Mitch is gonna play that. Oh, you coon.
The establishment, Piers Morgan, Keir Starmer need to learn that us patriots are this country's last hope. And rather than waking up to this fact, they'll rather sit there and police when and where the English people wear the English flag. Let me make something very clear. If seeing the Union Jack makes you cross, respectfully, pack your bags and get lost. Support the country you live in, or go live in the country you support. But apparently I'm a white supremacist for saying this. Yes, apparently I'm a white woman who went overboard on the sunbed. But the reason why the left have to use such insanity is because they're fearful. They're fearful of unity between black and white, Persian, Asian Christians. And they are fearful of seeing the English lions rising up, taking their country back as they should. The English have had a long history of never bending down to tyranny. They defeated tyranny. So never forget that. Now, I also want to add that the left also believes that I would have been attacked at this event because I'm an ethnic minority and I'm a black woman. Patriots, are you okay with me being here? ITV and BBC, I hope they clip that up. Loves Great Britain. Who here loves free speech?
This is Luke.
Who here loves our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Oh, God.
My parents.
Why? I mean, we did cover her a little while ago.
We did.
Oh, God. The grift is just so real. It's just that she's also not that intelligent.
Yeah.
She isn't saying anything that anybody is condemning in any way anyway. Like, she is just stating standard things that could be right or left in this moment, but she literally is a big coconut as well. And it's like,
fool.
The thing is, yeah, she's talking about people being locked up for free speech. The only people that I see being locked up for free speech are the people that are peacefully protesting for Palestine. Yes. Those are the ones that are being locked up. Those are the ones that are being called terrorists. Those are the ones that are being called anti-Semitic. I don't see people being locked up, Tommy and his flipping idiots, I don't see them being locked up. Keir Starmer came out and he said some shit, but only because the tide is turning and he's chicken shit right now. But realistically, he didn't say that if they protest, they're going to get locked up. He didn't say we're going to ban that. He didn't say them things. So what is this stupid coconut clown talking about?
They've been very careful to allow these, in quotes, alleged far-right marches to happen, to the point where people who are doing peaceful protests have been saying, you are allowing these people, and you know what the sentiment is hateful. And usually they say, oh, minor arrests, little skirmishes, but they're not ever arrested or stopped. Tommy Robinson's only stopped when he does criminal, stupid, dumb activities. He's never arrested for his hateful speech or his hateful rhetoric.
Also, she said, if you don't carry the flag of the country you support or support the country that you're in, why people, so it's all right for people to have Israeli flags in your march and talk about that, and American flags, and to be showing their phones holding up pictures of flipping Charlie Kirk. Yes. That's okay. I thought you're supposed to support the country that you're in.
There's no and she's it's dumb. I mean, our favorite non-favorite was also down there.
Oh, Nana Akuya.
No.
Shut your mouth.
That's not her name. I asked her, and that's not her name. Her name is actually, if you look in the records, she's definitely got Farah in the name.
Take it away.
Was far right. Now, far right is defined as an umbrella term for political ideologies that sit at the furthest right end of the traditional left-wing political spectrum, characterised primarily by extreme nationalism, nativism, and authoritarian tendencies. So, I thought, why not? I went to the Unite the Kingdom rally in search of the far right. Right, so I've come to the Unite the Kingdom, the rally. Of course, the big thing that's happening in central London, there's another rally the other way down there. And I'm in search of the far right because I've been told that this is full of far right agitators. So I'm on my way. Let's see. Okay. Right. And why are you here?
Well, I'm a Church of England clergy, so I'm here to be amongst the English people and support them and get to know people and witness of the resurrection of Jesus Christ and how he can change people's lives. So,
how do you feel about this protest being referenced as far right?
Well, I would encourage people to come down and see and meet people, and you'll find out that it's not far right. Yeah.
Just come down to, support the march. Not for any reason to cause any trouble.
What do you make of what's happening to our country? Do you think people are losing faith?
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Losing faith in our political leaders. They have no integrity, they're not honest, and they're a bunch of charlatans. If you have a manifesto, do what you say in your manifesto. Don't bring in things that are close to your heart, like digital ID, open borders, mass uncontrolled immigration.
So why have you come down here?
Well, we just want to have a lovely future for our children, our grandchildren, and this government has really not done us any favours. It's just getting from bad to worse. So we just, our culture, our patriotism, we want to keep it as British.
How do you feel about them sort of referring to people who are coming here as far right?
Well, that is ridiculous. You can see around you, everybody is all in a very good, positive mood today. There's no problems, there's no trouble. Nobody's far right here. We're all on the same page, and we all want to have, a good future for our children.
If you could fix one thing about this country, what would it be?
Control the borders. Absolutely control the borders. That'd be the main thing. Yeah, to control the borders.
And do you feel that makes you far right?
Definitely not. Absolutely not far right. Absolutely not. There's nothing wrong with wanting to control your borders. So that's not far right. Not at all.
March is just kicking off, and I haven't found anyone who is far right here at all.
Well, she says that she stands
right,
at the
so did
top
any
of
of
the
those
march.
people seem
She
far
says
right
that
to
she
you?
stands at the top of the march, right? Without going into it, with a camera and a big fucking sign on her microphone that says GBN. She didn't show herself live walking through the march amongst the Tommy Robsons and that lot. She carefully curated the people that she interviewed did Nana queer. Like, seriously, with no one takes you.
A name like that.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Well, I haven't had any problems. Of course, you haven't had any problems because you've got coconut written all over your face and running through your weave. Like, seriously, the Consumerism is just hilarious to me.
I stand for this cross, which is Christianity, and I stand for togetherness, and I stand for British values because I'm British, and this belongs to the people that are here that have pushed into this, paid into the system, and didn't come over illegal. My mum and dad are from Jamaica, and guess what? They had a passport because they came through the front door. Didn't come on a bloody boat. They came in the front door.
Wait, stop.
The right way.
Stop a second. Let's just rewind. I'm going to educate this woman, okay? So when your mum and dad came here, I guarantee you they came on a British fucking passport. I guarantee you they came on a British passport. Whilst they came here, and they probably did come on a boat because Caribbeans came on a boat, especially if they were Jamaican during those times. They probably did come on a boat, yeah? And when your mum and dad came here with their British passport, let me educate you. Did they have to claim their British citizenship afterwards because the British said that you lot ain't citizens no more and your passport don't count for shit? Yes, they did. Idiot. Stupid now.
My mum and dad speak English and they integrate. British forever, United Kingdom.
English.
British and proud. Black and proud. And black, British and proud.
She's come from Jamaica. She's Jamaican. You're from your family are descendants of slaves. Do you not get it? You only speak English because you're descendants of slaves. I'm just like, what is going on with these people? I'm having a heart attack. I can't take it. The stupidity of these people. What are you talking? I support this cross. Christianity is not British. It's not British. And the clergyman before talking about, I'm here because I'm Church of England. Do you know why Church of England exists? Do you know why? Do you know why it started? Because a man wanted to fuck a next gal. That's why it started. I'm not saying it's like that now. But that's where it started. Idiots.
So let's by Dom, please, snuck an immigration message into the rally.
This was brilliant.
I might get copyrighted for the noise. I forgot about the music. They snuck this screen in, and then someone got look, there we go. Mr. Angry Man tries to bring it down. Like, why are you so angry?
No, he thought that he could disconnect it.
Yeah.
He's so stupid.
But it's just a little reminder. A little
but
reminder.
The police are there as well, not doing nothing while he's trying to deface and tear down this thing.
And they're showing all the immigrants. Look how the Queen there is an immigrant. Immigration. The Queen's an immigrant.
The royal family are immigrants. They're German. Their name is not Windsor. They changed it.
So just letting you guys know that. So there's one more thing that this guy. This is a very conspiracy, and I think he's pro right, and it's a very stupid. It's a very and like it's one of them conspiracy channels. But he was giving it some thought into what he thinks. The man's behind it's very stupid, but saying why is Keir going up against Tommy Robinson now? So I'm going to try and we can play it and just see, because what are your thoughts? Why do you think Keir is going after and really pushing this far right agenda? That this no. Why do you think Keir, in the time when the country is so against the government and liberals, why do you think Keir is coming down hard on Tommy Robinson in this time? Do you think there's any kind of suspicion in what he's doing?
Yeah, because he saw how people were voting in the local elections. Reform gained more seats than they've ever gained, ever, right? They haven't gained a lot of control, but they have gained more seats, and we'll talk about them later and about the fact that a lot of them are now having to stand down because of various reasons. But what Keir is trying to do at the moment is save his skin. When they were showing up, let's rewind the tape. Not too long ago, he was saying, "I don't see a problem with waving your flags. I've got lots of flags in the office upstairs. I love them. I don't see anything wrong with these marches." Like, he is now just trying to change his tune because he is fearful that if he gets kicked out, then he's going to lose all his funding. which is probably going to happen because they only fund the people that are in power, or they help fund them to get them there. But once they fall off, what then? What can he do for the people that he's, basically bending over for? If he gets kicked out, can't do shit.
Because I would think that you'd want to speak to the people, and then start finding a way. Because I don't know, there's something that doesn't make sense when the whole country is so in turmoil, and you're going for someone that's got a lot of followers without any follow-up rhetoric, because he knows that the language, calling them far right, gives them such a big title, gives them such a big thing to argue against, to say, well, we're not far right, but actually, because far right gives connotations of Nazis, Hitler, and skinheads and things like that. And though they might have, some of them will probably do have those sensibilities and probably admire Hitler, probably have a picture on their wall.
They do.
But the ones that are just like the average person that might be just working class, I don't even have to just say.
You see, that's the point. That's the point there. The average person, the average working class person, be them left, or be them right. Keir does not speak for them. He doesn't.
But that's what I'm saying.
So he's not going to change. He's not going to change his language and think, I'm going to call out for those people, because the people on the other side who are peaceful protesting, he doesn't speak for them either. He speaks for whoever it is that has the most money and that can back him. This is a human rights lawyer, remember? There's nothing, or allegedly, there is nothing that he is doing that actually benefits humanity. Nothing.
No, of course.
So the logic that you're applying, he's not going to use that, because that's not his path. That's not what he wants.
I know. Yeah, but I'm also saying, is it like pushing? What I think maybe I'm saying what's the bigger picture? Because I mean, who benefits from us? And I know we kind of know the answer, but just to talk about it. Who benefits from us infighting?
They do, because whilst we're infighting, they're able to do whatever they want to do. They're able to push laws past that no one's paying attention to. They're able to get funded when no one's paying attention to it. They're able to cut tax on the mega rich in order to do. They're able to give contracts to people. They're able to do all of these things. They're able to fund wars that we do not support. They're able to do all these things. They're able to ignore what's happened with the Epstein files and what all these people that should have been arrested. They're able to ignore those things whilst we are fighting. That's why.
All right, thank you, Strike. Keir and Tommy, two sides of the same. It's all controlled on position. I don't know what you mean by that. And
exactly what I've just said.
Not you.
No. I know you do, but controlled opposition. It's kind of what I've just said.
Oh yeah. No, I just meant because I don't know if that. Anyway, but yes, thank you, Strike. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's the only. It's about populism as well. The only populist left stance he can take. Storm has no backbone. Yeah, he doesn't have no backbone.
None.
It's very interesting where we're at, but. There's no but. I wish people would use their common sense, and we know they're not going to, because a lot of the time it's not even worth playing all the videos of all the people that are speaking, because all it is take back our country from the immigrants. And it's like, I get in your microcosm, maybe you're in a town and you're seeing too many people that don't look like you in your town. I've said it before. If I lived somewhere where I'm very comfortably in my people and I'm starting to see a bunch of other people, and if it's shifting the dynamic of what I feel comfortable with, I can understand the insecurity. However, the bigger picture is, yes, you can target your government. There's nothing wrong with targeting a government, but why to do it under the hospital, like this thing over the British flag, racism? You know what that looks like. There could be a Unite the People rally. Unite the people. You don't have to be anti anybody to want your country to be better. You do not have to have this rhetoric. And open borders.
I think as well, it's lack of education, because a lot of people in this country don't understand the history of colonization and the fact that Britain, basically this small little island, held a large, vast majority of the world under their colonies.
Yeah.
And still do in some places. So people don't understand the relationship with those two things. If you're going to go around, and I said it before, we've all said it before, if you're going to go around conquering, colonizing, pillaging places, bombing them, telling them, trying to enforce your rules and your regulations in these places, as a result, you are going to get immigration.
Wow.
And as I've said before, if you don't like it, and all of us left that you keep talking about, like, what did he say? I can't remember the word that he used, a specific word about us basically going back home. Yeah. If we all did that, one, your country would fall.
Honestly.
Two, you would stop us. Three, when we are successful on our own homes, in our own places, you lot would come back and try to colonize us and take what we have built, because that is what you lot do. Yeah. So don't act like it's about immigration. That's not it.
It's a low-hanging fruit, as we keep saying.
It's low-hanging fruit.
You guys are being manipulated. Really think about if every immigrant left this country. Really, and then you're actually now they're trying to rework it as it's multiculturalism with patriotism underpinning it, and you've got these foolish black and brown representatives that are talking out their fucking asses. Because trust me, girl, you would not walk in a town that's heavily populated with the people that you're walking with, protected, by the way. You would not walk in the town like that, late. You would be called all those sorts of words. They wouldn't want you here. They'll tell you to get out until you then said you'd have to raise a flag and do all that kind of stuff. Do not think you're safe. You are not safe. They don't give a damn about you. They don't like you. And you're standing up there being a mouthpiece for their foolishness. And you're walking around talking about, and all of them, from Nana to Kemi to this.
All of them. You had a man there who's supposed to be
of the church.
You had a man who's supposed to be a Christian. I'd really love to understand the last time that he read the Bible, because this is not it. This is not what Jesus was preaching. It wasn't.
What was Jesus saying? I don't understand. How can you pray to a foreigner if you are so patriotic?
Because the problem is really and truly Christianity, have done such a massively impressive job of changing the identity of Jesus and the people in the Bible. They have done that so well that you have people in this country that genuinely believe that Jesus is either from Rome, from the Vatican City, well, maybe not if they're not Catholic, but you've got people believing that Jesus is this white guy with blue eyes that they pray to.
Yeah,
that is literally what they've done. Christianity have done proper number on that, in changing it, because the word of the Bible. Remember, Christianity wasn't what Jesus really.
Right. Yeah, it wasn't. That's not his word.
Exactly. That wasn't it.
Yeah. That's a categorization, a summation written by men.
Yes.
In quotes. So whatever happened, the story is told by men, and that's not to distract from what you believe, but remember that this is stories captured by men. Like any research book, like there should be footnotes, references, and that is what the Bible is. It's channeling the thoughts and ideals into a book that has been repurposed and manipulated by some to push a different agenda. Please remember
it has, because if you look at Christianity in places like Ethiopia, for example, that have like one of the largest, oldest Christian population in the world, what they do and what certain people have been taught to do are polar opposites.
Yeah,
absolute polar opposites. So the fact that this man is going to be here at this march on a Saturday, and then this morning on a Sunday he's giving sermon, that is concerning.
What I want to say, where his clergy, his
that is concerning.
His Christian community, his congregation, that's what I was looking for. They need to really question your leader, question your priest, because what the hell? And thinking about someone like, and Tommy was walking through the crowd and playing God. He played one moment some religious songs about unite the kingdom, Like, what are you doing? Like, and you're manifesting yourself as to say you are Jesus. Do you really understand? You're talking about your Christian. Tommy's talking about him. False prophet. You know what? If you truly believe what Jesus endured in the face of being peaceful, being attacked, being demonized, being beaten up, and suffering for the love of the people. If you truly believe it, he was walking
all people as well.
All people, the whole story about the leprosy, the leper, the person that's seen as a prostitute, all of that. Jesus was walking amongst everyone and not telling anyone, you go over there, you go. He was uniting. So how can you do this in the name of Christianity? And don't lie and tell us that it's because you want everybody. There's one way. We've got Sikhs here. We got this here. We got that here. No.
And the problem with people like that, and this clergyman as well, is they will make out like Islam is anti-Christianity. It isn't. We all know that there's a whole chapter in the Quran which is dedicated to Mary, mother of Jesus. It's, you know, it is celebrated, and they honor him in the Quran. They do, but they don't talk about these things. So they don't want you to believe it. They want you to believe that all they want to do is come to your country and change everything. That's what they want you to believe.
I think there's a conversation to be had, and I don't know how you would navigate this. About, because first and foremost, the UK being a Christian country, I'm sorry, they've said it. Christianity, the going to church has declined over the years. I don't know how many of you lot that are on that march literally wake up every Sunday and go to church, or Saturday if your event is. I don't know how many of you truly get up and go and worship the Lord Jesus Christ and on a Sunday. I don't believe even a quarter of you lot go.
Yeah, same.
I don't believe it. I don't believe you lot take out. And even if you don't go to a church to worship, I don't believe any of you, or a high percentage of you, take out the Bible and read scripture day to day to your family and children. I don't believe any of you say thank you for the food we eat at the table. I don't believe many of you do the Lord's Prayer before you go to sleep. Now, I'd like to do those polls. That's what you should be vetting.
Yeah.
Who's doing their prayers and who's praying for the world at large. I don't know. I even lost my point because I was just going into preaching mode. But yeah, there's
I doubt any of them would be able to recite the Lord's Prayer. Well, that's not any. Sorry, let's rephrase. Many.
And what I was going to say is there is something about, if you want to look out on the lay of your land and you're seeing, okay, this religion is dominating. I'm starting to see more people wearing hijabs or turbans or something like that, and my child is now becoming a minority in a class. That is something, like I said, maybe is concerning, because I know I like being around my people. I know that. I'm not going to pretend that I don't like seeing more black people. I feel comfortable. So I understand that. So I think there's a conversation.
The problem is it's false, though. Like, let's be real.
I think in some areas there are heavier populations.
But the areas that are heavily populated by ethnic minorities, they haven't just popped up.
No.
Like, do you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, I'm going to open my door. Oh my God, they're all here. That's not really how it works. It evolves over a long period of time. And the areas that are populated mainly by ethnic minorities, that's where they've been put, because those areas were underdeveloped and they didn't want us in their high, they didn't. And don't get me wrong. I hear that. I hear what you're saying, but I would really like people to look at the statistics. Yeah. The whole we're taking over statistic.
Exactly.
It's nonsense. Like, you had people in that march and they're talking about, so what did that woman say? She was like, save our borders, or control the borders. Okay, please elaborate. When you say control the borders, I'm willing to listen to you. What do you mean?
Yeah. Because they're taking
Can you elaborate?
But
this is why Nigel Farage and Tommy and all of those people are really good, because what they do is they find words, sound bites that people can repeat, and then it gets into their brain, and that is the issue. Immigration, soundbite. Boats, soundbite. Islam, soundbite. These are the things that people are going to keep saying. Well, that's not me. That's not me. That's not me.
And that's why the minute you get into conversation with them, their arguments start to unravel, because they're like, and then they turn on the person doing the interview and say, you're trying to make me look stupid. Anyway, we'll keep you posted. Let's move on to Farah's take.
Where's Nana? I need her for this.
I don't know what's happening. Let's see.
Let's message her, because I can't do the next one without her.
I have messaged her. Well, I can go on to the next story whilst you
go on to the next story until she gets back. I need her for my thing.
It's 13 hours.
Okay. All right. So moving on. Guys. Has anybody seen, we talked about it on the main show, the madness around the world with the Swatch times Audemars Piguet collaboration? Now, Audemars, if you haven't heard of it, is a luxury watch that has long been in circulation. Lots of rappers go off about them. That's the time when I heard it many years ago, when rappers started flossing their Audemars. But again, it's long the Rolexes, the Pateks, and all those type of high-end luxury watches. And yes, I understand there's a whole world where where women invest in Birkins, men invest in watch, well, mostly men, and everybody does, invest in high-end luxury watches. However, Audemars announced its, hold on one second, let's see what Kevin's saying. Thank you, Kevin, aka Mr. K. Auntie, I always say the day the English are forced to speak African and Asian languages in public, that's when they can claim they're colonized. Abso-freaking-lutely. And also just on
100%.
What's your...
I don't think so many people speak English around the world. You hit the nail on the head there. Who's taking over who?
Listen, that's the part. It's like, I tell you, just back on that. The integrate into society. I hate that narrative because it's like, I'm allowed to speak my language. I'm allowed to dress how I want. If I'm unfriendly and I create a barrier, there's something for that. But I just don't like this enforced. You've got to, like in France, when they say you can't wear a hijab, you can't represent who you are. You have to blend in. But I don't like that. You can't do that. It doesn't mean that you're not losing.
Let's be real. Let's be real. There are other people in this country who are entitled, and no one has an issue with them controlling their identity, controlling their areas, controlling what they wear, controlling what they eat, controlling how they pray, controlling when they pray, controlling where they pray. That identity is fine. But when you have a little bit of more hue, all of a sudden it's an issue.
It's a problem. All right, guys, I try not to use Instagram because this video is crazy. But as I said, there was global carnage, as this caption says, for a plastic pocket watch. This is in India.
He asked me how did it feel. Can't say it.
I'm gonna keep it on mute because of the copyright. This is in this is for the Audemars Swatch collaboration. This is in India. India. This is in Bangkok. People sleeping and camping out overnight for a watch. Which, I mean, look, I'm not even saying because people do that. People do it for trainers. People do it for fashion drops. It's not people do it for tickets. You know, it used to be back in the day, people would drop for fashion and maybe tickets for an exclusive concert. You might do a bit of an overnight or something, or queuing up to get into X Factor or something like that. But look, 8.5 hours, people are complaining about things. This is, you know, looks, I don't know where this is. Look at the crowds. Birmingham, look at the mess. Look at...
That is wild.
Which Westfield is this? Westfield? No, it's not Westfield. This is Westfield.
It might as well be. It looks like a Westfield. Look at this.
Like our Westfield.
That is Westfield. That's Westfield. It is. Look where it is. You can tell by the roof.
I've never even. Oh yeah, I've never even noticed. I never even noticed we had a Swatch in there, up there. No, because it's not. It's not our John. It's not. It's a different one. Because John Lewis isn't there like that in ours. Maybe it's Stratford or somewhere else. Because ours isn't like that.
That's a Westfield though.
Yeah, maybe it's
by the design of it.
Yeah, this is Los Angeles. Look at the queues. And there we go. This is a Japan. Like, so there's lots of, you get the point. You know, people are probably fainting and stuff like that. And there's lots of, sometimes the shops were closed. I think they were because of overcrowding. People were waiting in line and then, I don't know what happened. They changed their mind, things like that. And look at the crowds. So this guy was really angry about what happened.
That's crazy.
He had an account.
They haven't even got that many watches there.
Well, the thing is, apparently, also someone was saying that this is not a limit. I haven't heard the word limited edition, so they're going to be there. They are going to be there. But anyway,
put it online.
This is another thing. This is what this guy was saying.
Bro, first of all, I want to say Swatch is some fucking liars. Okay, they lied to all of us. We was out here 5 days straight. Yeah. No shower, barely eating, barely going to the bathroom. Yeah. They split the line into 4 lines. Yeah. They went left, they went right, they went into this little group of section. I don't even know if this is a line. And they missed everybody that slept in the back and laid their head on that concrete. I laid my head on that floor. And they missed everybody for 5 days. And they missed everybody back there. That's some bullshit. They caused this chaos. This was their plan the whole time.
Day morning, we have not left. We've been here, rain, shine, fucking whatever. Have not left this spot, bro. And everybody starts cutting, man. And now Ohio, bro. Now I'm flying home.
Nah, that is fucked up.
You got nothing, bro.
Ohio is crazy. That is wild. Free that innocent man. Yo, free that innocent man. He ain't even do nothing.
Bro, first of all, I want to say Swatch.
I mean, that's just sad, isn't it? That is just sad that you are prepared to sleep on a concrete floor and lay your head down there and not wash and not eat and not have a place to go to the toilet for a watch. That is just sad.
It's beyond confusing. I get, and the thing is, it's not. Sorry, I'm trying to find what the watch looks like.
Go into our chat. You've got one there.
I know. Oh, here we go. Oh, actually, let me show Chifa. I know. So this is Chifa. I know this guy. So this is Chifa. He's reviewing the watch quickly. Let's. From the bottom to the top to the bottom. Bloody hell, music. Okay.
The creative side is amazing. I hope the jewelers just don't get boring and just not do anything. Like, this is the time for it to trigger something in your brain to say, what can I do to make this watch better? Do you know what I mean? What can I add to?
Well, he's a jeweler.
Video online.
Let's say something about Chifa. He's one of the first, I think he's the only black man to have his own jewelers in West End. He's got a shop. He's shopping in Mayfair. So he's doing really well. So he's just showing. He's obviously talking about people that might want to customize there. But I just want you to see what the watch is.
And now my phone. Oh no, Digger D's called me and he's telling me I'm
okay
on how much they're charging people. So it's done to its best quality, I think. It's got this little tail here. You pull it out. Like, it's beautiful. A bit of velvet in there. Like, imagine being in like college or whatnot, and then you're struggling for cash, and then you get to buy an AP Swatch collaboration. I think this is beautiful, man. Look at that. So it pops out of this. Oh shit, I've just thought of something. I think this might work.
Oh my God, this is what we do in school, guys.
If you put this back here and pop it in. Wow, I was right.
Oh, that's standardly how
yeah,
I
but basically, look, you can do that. I can't do it because it's my cashmere sweater is
on your wrist, I guess.
They're thick. However, pause.
I mean,
however.
Okay, Chifa. Thanks, Chief. Thank you, Chifa. Thanks.
It's the Swatch, no?
The thing that he's just said,
though. Swatches.
Yeah.
That's how we used to do it.
That's how we used to wear swatches anyway.
The thing that he just said about imagine if you're in college and you're struggling for money, you're going to spend £300 on a watch.
Thank you. So here's some.
You're struggling in college. You ain't got £300.
That's my point.
And you shouldn't be struggling. In
my
college.
point.
You shouldn't be struggling in college worrying about Audemars watch, Mr. Chifa. But okay, bro. He's a homie, so let me leave him alone. But that was crazy. But hold on, there's apparently some science behind this whole thing. 1 second, let me get this up. Talk amongst yourselves, because what I was going to say, even with Chifa taking it out and showing it, it looks even more cheaper than I thought, because it does look pretty. I must say it's a pretty little gimmick, but it looks very cheap. I don't know.
You don't remember swatches from back in the day?
No, I remember swatches, but I'm just saying, because of this luxury brand coming to collaborate with Swatch, I don't even know what the levels of what it was going to look like. I don't know if it was going to be heavy. I don't know what they were going to do.
It's not going to be, because what they spend on making their watches is not going to be the same as Swatch do. And you've got to remember, it's Swatch. Yeah. So like, it's like when they do a collaboration with H&M or someone like that. Like, it's not like it is when you go to the actual designer shop. It is a low quality version of that, which is meant to capture more people's attention and appeal to people's pocket, which is fine. I have nothing bad to say about that. But what bothers me is the fact that people are willing to, it seems like, sell a kidney in order to get this thing. Like, they're sleeping on the streets to get a watch. They're fighting each other to get a watch.
They do know it is plastic, that you actually, this is the whole thing with Swatch. It is actually just a plastic brand.
It is just a plastic brand.
That's what they do. So you are buying plastic and the name of a luxury brand. That's it. To say, I have plastic that is affiliated with this luxury brand because it's branded on it. And folks have deemed it as £300 worth. It probably costs less than £5 to produce what folks are buying, because you're buying perception and clout. And I obviously, I know there's a collector's perspective in this.
Yes, there is.
The rushing of spaces and the violence to get plastic and branding is actually very disappointing. It's like, just imagine if you were just watching humans doing this, you'd literally be like, really? Like, this is ant level activity.
Like, this is
So someone in the chat has bought one. Yeah, someone in the chat's bought one, and they said if Auntie AK saw me out with mine, she'd definitely give me her snap.
Okay. I want you to, furthermore, get me one, then I might give you my snap. How about that?
Please. I want one too.
Listen, you lot can sponsor us all day. I'll wear it like earrings. Like, let's go. But I'm not queuing.
Listen, if next week you see Auntie sponsored by Audemars Swatch, don't say nothing. But we didn't queue outside, not wash for 5 days, and lose weight. I mean, that's a very extreme diet. If I want to lose weight, I'm not going to go and stand outside. All that. But this woman has a theory about all of this, and some science about all of this. Let me press play.
Enough to think that the AP's Watch collab is a marketing campaign. They are not doing this to be cool or to make some acquisition deal. Nobody is telling you that AP is doing this because they lost in court twice. This is one of the most sophisticated legal and commercial defense strategies ever executed in the history of luxury goods. Let me explain how this collab is actually solving 5 completely different problems at once, and no one is talking about those. Look at what actually happened to AP. They spent years trying to trademark the Royal Oak's shape, the octagonal bezel, and they filed in Japan in 2020 and then in the United States. But both the courts said no. They lost because it is too iconic. Everyone has copied it for a very long period of time. So the US courts specifically found that AP's own advertising was used against them, because every AP campaign for 50 years said Royal Oak by Audemars Piguet. They always showed the watch alongside their name and logo. So the court said your consumers recognize this watch because of the words next to it, not the shape itself. There's actually a name for what AP is facing in law: the genericide, when a brand becomes so copied, so normalized, so generic in the market that it loses legal protection. And this trademark loss is not even their biggest problem. Over 90% of their revenue from a $2.6 billion company comes from one product line, the Royal Oak. They try to fix it, but whatever new things they try to launch completely failed. And now they have the third problem. The secondary market for the Royal Oak itself is collapsing. Now, this is the moment the Swatch deal gets made. But before I tell you what they did, there is one key detail that explains why this was even possible. So in Jan 2024, AP appoints a new CEO from P&G. The interesting thing to note here is that P&G is the company that invented selling Tide and Ariel, 2 detergents, same aisle, same parent company, different price points and different customers, without one destroying the other. A traditional watch CEO would never approve this deal because their entire career is built on protecting exclusivity at all costs. This deal does not exist without that CEO change, full stop. Now, the 5 things that this one move is doing. First layer is they flood the affordable market themselves. The $400 official AP sanctioned watch destroys the value proposition of every cheap clone before it ships. Layer 2. The pocket watch format is not a design choice. It's a legal firewall. Nobody is confusing a $400 pocket watch for a $40,000 Royal Oak on their wrist. Layer 3. Remember what AP couldn't produce in court? Consumer survey evidence. Every person in line outside a Swatch store this weekend, they are literally building their next trademark case through a product launch. Layer 4. The secondary market. A global sellout collab. It will again inject cultural energy into the brand. And layer 5. AP is donating 100% of their proceeds from this collab. They get every strategic benefit, legal, brand, competitive, and they reframe the whole thing as a cultural act. 0 reputational cost. This is a genius legal strategy, a brand survival game, and a $1 billion lesson in what you do when the rules stop protecting. So the person you're discussing this collab with, please share this with them so they are also aware of this. And if you want the business strategy behind moves no one else is going to explain, and follow along.
Okay, so that's that.
I like her.
I love her.
And that was very well put together and shows the sham of an industry. Yeah, I will never. Even when we was discussing it on the show, and I was literally like rolling my eyes because brands and manipulation. I just think, come on, guys.
Yep.
Please, we've been here for thousands of years now. Yep. Can we not run away from trinkets? Because as soon as you get it, it's only like exciting for a limited amount of time, and then it's not exciting anymore. Exactly. And that is the hamster wheel that people are constantly on, like shining shit to other humans. Why?
Yeah, it's like iPhone users.
Most definitely changing the phone every year. It's actually disgusting on the environment to do that.
The phone you've got is fine. But people have fallen into this thing of I need an iPhone 28 or whatever the hell it is. I have no idea.
iPhone 27 and this and this and this.
Whatever it is.
All the phones.
You absolutely don't. Honestly, an iPhone 13 is actually one of the best models that they've done. And the camera, as much as they keep on saying is getting better, it isn't. The iPhone 13 camera is still really good.
Yeah.
And that was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I use my iPhone 11 basically just as much as I do the 16. It's only because they slowed it down and they have a problem with storage. Like, they know what they are doing.
They do know.
To us, that you can't have a phone that lasts you 10 years or 20 years. Why?
Or anything. Any technical product that you buy doesn't last. I remember I had a washing machine, my very first washing machine. Yeah, I swear that thing lasted me about 15 years. That would never happen now.
No, they would break it.
Yeah,
like whether it's a chip or however they do it. But give it 5 years, that shit ain't working anymore.
Absolutely.
And then you don't even have people that can fix it like that. And when you're going to find one, like we had a washing machine that I wanted fixed, it was a good washing machine. Why was he talking about $200 to $250 when I can buy a washing machine for like $400?
Yeah.
And this is what they do.
The parts.
This is what
they don't keep the parts anymore. So then you're forced.
Yeah.
Like if you've got earbuds, sorry to interrupt you. If you've got earbuds here, you can't even fix them because the technology is not there, not available, should I say? It's there to fix them, but they don't want you to. They just want you to keep buying new things.
Right, I refuse to get into the earbud game because at first I was like, oh, but you know me already in my resistance to some of those things. I've kept
like headphones, whatever it is that you've got. It's the same thing, though.
I refuse to get into the buds thing, and then the whole thing where they moved away from having the audio jack, the jack in your phone, taking away making sure that you have to use the charger and the thing. They have to get an adapter. And because I was holding on to it, I had to buy an adapter so I could charge and do the thing. And then I stopped doing that. And in the end, they've turned the edge of the connector of the headphones into a USB. And now I just saw another marketing thing the other day. Well, Gen Z or whatever Gen are dropping earbuds for the wired headphones, and then trying to make it cool and retro to go back. They're giving it a name, they're giving it a thing. Oh, it's now retro and now it's cool to have your wired thing. No, it's just more convenient because because losing 400
because people were losing their headphones.
Yeah, exactly.
Those earbuds are so expensive when one it's insane, absolute insanity. And then you get people that do the marketing for every brand, and as we know, we get into our little iPhone, Samsung debates. But as we do the talking, we do the marketing for them. We're like, oh, we make people feel stupid if you don't have this, that, or the other.
But you know, absolutely. But you know what I will say? This might be a bit controversial. I really do feel like Samsung users don't give a fuck. Like I personally, I've just got a phone in it. I've just got a phone. That's it. I don't care. Like I'm not ride or dying for the brand of my phone. I literally don't care, and I've not changed my phone for years. I'm not changing my phone. And if I do need to get another phone, it will be reconditioned. I'm not purchasing a brand new phone. It's nonsense.
It's actually not even needed. And I do agree with you. I think the systems that they run on, you just get used to it. Like when I had a Samsung, I was used to it.
Yeah.
Now when I look at a Samsung, because I'm used to an iPhone, I literally, my brain it's like it reconfigures. And they know what they're doing. All of this is so psychological. They know what they are doing. And it's just the whole world of it all. Like I had to switch out flipping computers because the Apple, that was a perfectly decent laptop, is just crashing all the time. So it's like Apple know what they actually are devil. All of them. All technology people.
They're marketing. Look at the Apple store. They make it look so exclusive and boutique-ish. Oh my God, look at this. I'm going to go to Apple. Like, it's compared to somewhere like, I don't know, like an O2 store where it's just going to get loads of different phones. It's the marketing of it. Not to say you can't get O2, like, don't buy those things there. But you know what I mean? Like, the sleekness of it is so completely different.
Yeah, and I think also because I used to be a PC girl all the while, and then until I've got trauma. It's along with having that mice trauma. I remember one time my PC was so riddled with virus that I remember going into my front room and the CD-ROM tray would just be opening.
I mean, you're talking about a very old PC. And a CD-ROM.
I'm just telling my story that that I'm traumatized from having the towers and all that happening, having to buy McAfee and installing antivirus, and having laptops upon laptops that are dying and dying and dying. The minute you go,
can I just ask you though, how many Macs have you had?
I haven't
in the
finished
last.
I haven't finished my story.
Okay.
I'm just saying that I had all those problems with my laptops and stuff like that. And then in the end, my PCs, in the end, I was like, okay, fuck it. I'm going to get a Mac. And there's something about the protection of Mac because I've never had a bug on a Mac. Never, ever, ever, ever.
No, you don't get bugs on Macs.
And that's what I was like, okay, cool. And I mean, I don't know what the world is like outside of.
I've had a PC and I'd be having a PC and I don't get viruses and bugs on my PC.
Well, this is the thing, because the only time I didn't have a bug on my PC was when I had a BBC one, when it was protected by the institution's firewalls. So that's the only time I've been able to have a PC without having bugs.
My
I'm not
daughter's
saying
got a PC.
I'm not even.
No, I'm saying I'm not dismissing what you're talking about, and I understand the trauma. But what I will say is, you've had an awful lot of Macs.
Yes,
I feel like you're constantly buying them.
Well, I damaged them. I have damaged quite a few myself. I must say that. But I was going to say, where I'm at now is my 5-year, which I didn't know it was 5 years. I've got one that's 5 years old. It started to do its thing, but then the screen cracked. So I went to Mac, and thank God, I did get a good guy that was like, listen, what you need to do is do this thing, buy a monitor for like £50 off Amazon, you can still use it. But he said the only thing because he said I would not spend the money on because it's like coming up to £500-600 to fix to get your screen again. Might as well. And he goes, I wouldn't spend that money on a 2019 model. I would then say get a new one, but don't get a new one. Try this method first, and then see. He said the only thing is if the motherboard is damaged, then you really do have to get a new one.
You probably got sacked after that. What he was supposed to do was say to you, here's a new one.
Yeah, exactly. Like anyone else, like phones and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's crazy. But yeah, I think if you're a collector, do your thing, because if you understand the value of things, then maybe you know that if you buy this pocket watch and put it in your safe for how many years, it increases in value, whatever the case is. But the average person do not need to sleep on the street for 5 days. Will you sleep on the street in protest of what the world is doing to us, the governments are doing to us?
Please. And they wouldn't, because are people doing that? Are there people sleeping, queuing up, fighting to find out what's in the Epstein files? Like, really, that isn't taking place when we are actually having proper evidence that our government is also being taken over by the same Zionist agenda, or has always been a part of it. Who knows which way it goes? It's chicken and egg situation. But are people really dismayed at this? No, they're not. They're ready to go and queue up for plastic and a name. That's where we're at.
That's where we're at.
This is absolutely
the world's over as well. It's not even like, and I don't mean when I saw India and Japan, obviously maybe Japan, do you know what? Because I've been so focused on the UK and what's going on over here. Obviously, it's global, but I didn't even think about the world's over. Are you crazy?
It's marketing. It's genius.
Anyway, let's go to Farah's take.
Nana, I was waiting for you to come back so we could do this.
Okay.
My take this week. Just going to start sharing my screen. Let me find the right one. Okay. Start again.
It's like if you felt something, like a shift, like something in the air, it's the Geminis. We're coming out to play. Like we're going to start Geminiing here soon. Just to warn you, we're here. We never left by any means. Dear God, no. We don't know how to do that. But just to let you know, the Geminis are defrosting.
You got the Hunger Games, okay.
Oh, God, you guys pop out.
Right, what we do?
Sometimes it's okay to be the villain in the made-up story that these people got going on in their mind. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm okay. I'm okay that in your story, I'm the villain. Because you're the clown in mine.
Man, fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
This one shall have a quick mind.
Okay, how quick?
They don't just hear what you said, they hear what you meant. And they'll have a response before you finish talking.
Okay, so they think fast.
No, they think ahead. Now, make them strongly opinionated.
Okay, how so?
They'll argue your point and agree with it.
That's confusing.
Give them the ability to read the room perfectly.
Nice.
They'll know exactly what not to say.
Okay, so they won't.
They'll say it.
Yeah.
They can be the life of the party.
Okay.
Then they'll pick a fight.
Yeah.
Why?
Give them clarity.
Okay.
Now make them question everything. Give them a voice. Then make them keep everything to themselves.
Question, it's like you're saying something in the opposite. I'm just...
It depends on which one's thinking.
Exactly.
Which one?
Ah, yes. I put 2 in there. All right.
Yeah.
Last one's up. This one's for you, Grail.
Wait, my baby.
Definitely not. Gemini. Those Geminis. Big Pop, Kanye, Lauryn Hill, me, Andre 3 Stacks. Shall I go on?
Me being a Gemini, I am the classic case of a Gemini. You know what I mean?
No, what does that mean?
It means that I'm quiet, I can be calm, quiet, and very into my work, and totally focused, totally disciplined, and boring. You know what I mean? Or I could be fun, but dangerous.
Yeah.
Not only to people, but to myself. Because I'm like a kid in the candy store. All of this is new. I'm 25, you know what I mean? And it's like, got cash, everything you dreamed of, and they've held me back in so many other circumstances that now it's your time to go, and it's kind of hard, difficult to keep yourself from just pressing the gas down all the way. Basically just taking my time and thinking and analyzing situations and trying to think before I do. Very passionate Gemini.
Go Zodiac.
Anyway, just want you to know that whilst the Gemini goat, Jadakiss, is talking, his son, who's Johan, is a Scorpio. Just letting you know. That's why you lot can't
Listen,
help.
whatever, man.
In your
I've got
season.
my Kendrick t-shirt on today. Whatever, man. Whatever, man.
Some great Gemini.
It's my time. It's my take.
Go
It's
ahead,
my
go ahead.
time.
Go
It's my
ahead, go ahead.
take. And I'm
Go
just
ahead.
out here to say that we are thawing off. And it's about to be Gemini season up in this bitch. You know what I mean? Just saying. Just warning you lot. Thanks.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Like, what's going to happen? I'm just going to have
Listen,
my
we got
bank
a lot
account.
of things
My
happening.
what's
It's Gemini season, yeah? And do you
Uh-huh.
know how much fun things and amazing things that we've got happening over
Go
the
on.
next month?
Listen.
Listen. We are going to be, in case y'all didn't know, we are going to be at Afro Hit and Beauty Show. It's the place to go. We're going to be there. 2 days. We're going to be there. We're going to be at Max.
When? Tell them when.
Oh, sorry. 24th and 25th of May, which is.
And where is it?
Isn't it at Ali Pali?
No, it's at the
I don't know.
Science Centre in Islington. Thank you.
Is it? Oh, it's still North London, somewhere there. Yeah, we're going to be there. What else are we doing? We're going to be at Matt's Barbecue. We're going to be there. We're going to be at Nikki's No Phones Airplane Show. We're going to be there. Not show, but whatever it is, you know what I mean? We're going to be there, party. We're going to be at Jodeci. And who else is there? TLC and Blackstreet. We're going to be there. Listen, it's about to be, just be prepared to see us Geminis and the Scorpio outside.
Did you say the podcast show?
Oh my God, we're going to be at a podcast show.
On stage in a panel?
That's not really Gemini season, but we're still going to be there. For whilst we're thawing out, we're going to be there on the panel. We're outside.
Yeah,
so it's Gemini season.
It is Gemini season. So all Scorpios report to duty because we've got to keep them in check and keep them protected from themselves. All Scorpios report to duty. We are ready for the Tories.
But you're a sane Scorpio, though. Like, you have a Sharona Scorpio. She can get us into more trouble.
Well, this is why listen, you not need two. You need one to make you go woo, and you need one to make you go way. You need us both, because all of you have got a Scorpio in your pocket.
I think you've got Gemini in your pocket. I think that's
either way, I would understand to keep myself.
You need us.
Yes, I do, to keep my job.
Okay,
My job is,
no, it's fine. You need us.
And you
look who's here.
Look, it's fine. But I'm the
Geminis.
Scorpio in the middle of a Gemini sandwich. If you didn't have me, what would happen? What would happen without me?
Boy,
talk about it.
As I said what I said. Yeah, we are about to be outside.
Yes,
so,
I'm ready. I'm ready for it because I do.
If you want to see us in the flesh,
yeah,
get a ticket for the podcast show. We are going to be there on the panel.
And go to Afro Hair
Beauty Show. See us in the flesh, please come to Afro Hair and Beauty Show. We've got 2 days where we are doing a thing. We've got our own live podcast show happening on both of those days, and we're going to be discussing Black beauty and health. So please come and see us.
All right, that was
Nana will put some links somewhere.
A wonderful PSA for the Geminis. To be fair, this Gemini season, I can take that Gemini season off if that be the case.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. What
do you mean?
If you want to.
I can take a break. Let the Geminis have it.
I mean, that's life though, no?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, thought so.
Yeah. All right, Nana's alternative corner. Let's go.
So my alternative corner this week, guys, is probably not going to happen because I really can't find this story time.
Oh, okay.
I've been searching for it. I will bring it back next week. It's basically a story time where the girl goes into a 3-year relationship that she had with a reptile. It's a really good story time as well. So if I find it while we're doing the show, we'll come back. Yes.
Were you looking at old episodes of V?
No, this is a story time from a woman.
Do you remember
what happened 2 months ago?
Oh shit!
I don't know. I can give you another story time of the teleporting man, but that one's not as good. Okay. So I'll see if I can find it.
I had a story that I totally forgot to put on the doc, and guys, we're wrapping up early today because we got stuff to do. But I wanted to get this. Did you hear about the Disney cruise ship workers? 27 cruise ship workers were found, including from Disney, engaged with child pornography. There was a big, massive ring of people that were involved in this. I'm just trying to get the video up. Excuse me. This is not the one.
I see my saved folders. It is full of crazy. Ugh, terrible.
I mean, not surprising. Let's see. Sorry, Disney. Sorry about this. I should have been ready. I totally forgot to add it, but I just wanted to talk about it. Okay. I know. Okay. Do you know what? I'm going to have to move on to another story and find it whilst I'm playing something else. Okay. Let's go to Macron. He went to France.
Did I miss the ladies in the lake? No.
Sorry. I scrolled too far. Yeah. So Farah's suspicions in our main show. Farah had suspicions about the race of the women the 3 women that were found drowned in Brighton. So I'm going to give you an overview of the story because apparently it's come out that they were actually black. But I didn't get my dismissal of it was I absolutely assumed that 3 women found drowned in Brighton would obviously be white. I had no thought or even concern that they were black. So the fact that apparently rumors are saying that they are black, now I'm suspicious. So I wasn't suspicious before because I just assumed they were white.
I've been suspicious.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Were you suspicious when you heard that they drowned? What made you suspicious first and foremost?
What made me suspicious that it was 3 women that drowned, right? Because it was 3, I thought, okay, they're reporting on it. And then I was suspicious. I was like, let's see what happens here. And then it went quiet. And you didn't really hear much news about it.
So that's what made you think, hang on.
That's what made me think, well, I'll go on for this. Any minute now, they're going to say there was no foul play.
I thought because I constantly heard about it, and the reason why I didn't
At first.
No, yeah, but there was no at first for me. It just felt like I heard about it, and I felt like it went to me. It felt like I kept seeing it pop up. It wasn't out of my news cycle, but the only thing I didn't pay attention to was anymore. I thought it was sad. I thought there'll be more news coming out, but because I just assumed it was white women, I turned not to be disrespectful, but because I'm always looking for news that affects the Black community, that is why I thought, well, this is not going to be relatable to the Black community in that sense. I'm not dismissing it because it's 3 white women or whatever, potentially, allegedly. So that's what, but I saw it constantly in my news cycle. So it's interesting that you said that it disappears.
It disappeared.
No, I saw it in the news cycle, but the issue that I was finding was they weren't disclosing their identities.
And that's what I was saying.
And that felt a little bit weird because usually something like that would happen. They tell the family and then they start releasing names to kind of find out. But also, you also want people to come forward with their movements before them, where they had been. So it just felt a little bit like, what's going on? I thought more of trafficking, like in some way where they discarded. And so they're not giving us their identities because there's some gangsters involved in this. I weren't even thinking of race. I was just like, I feel like this may be some type of prostitution, some human trafficking story. And then we're going to find out a little bit along the way that this is a part of a gang ring or something, is why they're not telling us who these women are. Maybe they don't know who they are. Maybe they're illegals. I was really thinking that way. And then I heard a story of it's 3 Black women, and they are just saying that the 3 Black women early in the morning, 6 or 7
before 6:30,
try to go swimming. And I'm like, that is not real.
Fully clothed.
All right, let me play the story and let's go into it then.
Attendant with Sussex Police and a divisional commander for Brighton and Hove, and I'm joined by my colleague from Coast Guard.
Hello, I'm Graham Easton. I'm the area commander for HM Coast Guard.
I'm going to be reading a short prepared statement, and I will not be taking any questions at the end. Around 5:45 this morning, emergency services were called to Brighton Beach with concerns for the welfare of a person in the water. Very sadly, a short while after, bodies of 3 women were recovered from the sea near Madeira Drive. This is a tragic incident, and we are at the very early stages of our inquiries. Our priority right now is to identify all 3 women and contact their next of kin. I know this incident will be highly distressing for the community, and we are working hard with our partners to understand exactly what has happened. This includes gathering and reviewing CCTV from the surrounding area, including from properties and local businesses nearby. Our partners in the Coast Guard have completed an extensive search of the water, and at this stage, we are not searching for anyone else. The beach will remain closed east of Volks Railway Blackrock car park for at least the rest of the afternoon. We are asking the public to please stay away from the area while we work at the scene. Anyone with any information that could help our investigation can contact us online via 101, quoting Operation Leadmore. We will provide further updates as soon as we can.
Now, bear in mind, right? My thing is this. I feel like they've had to report it in the way that they have this time round because of where it is and because of the number of people, right? Because ordinarily what happens is it's a 1 woman that's found somewhere near a body of water. And straight away they're like, oh, it was a suicide, no foul play, yada, yada, yada. It's on Brighton Beach. They can't really handle it in the same way that they would those things. Someone said it in the chat, and this is where my head is going. It's giving serial killer.
Yeah.
It's giving serial killer that isn't being penalized, or not penalized, that's not the right word. It's giving serial killer that actually is not being taken seriously. So what happens to serial killers? They escalate, don't they? It is too fucking weird to say that 3 Black women went to Brighton Beach at 5:45 in the blood clot morning to say that they're going to go swimming. It's not going to happen.
information
It's
has
not
emerged
going to
following the
happen.
tragedy in Brighton, where the bodies of 3 women were recovered from the sea. A source claiming to be a relative told the Mirror that the women were related, after receiving a call from her mother identifying them as her cousins. Some newspapers have also reported that the trio had travelled in from London. An investigation is ongoing, but Sussex Police says there's currently no evidence of third-party involvement or criminality. A Coast Guard source has also suggested that the women may have underestimated how suddenly the seabed drops near the shoreline. The pebbled beach around Brighton's seafront is known for steep underwater slopes, with repeated warnings issued to swimmers about dangers. More info.
So you're telling me that these women came from, this is the woman I saw as well talking about it. You're telling me that these women came from London, right? They came from London at the crack of dawn and decided to walk along the beach and underestimated how the sea works. Okay.
The 3 women that have been found unalived in Brighton Sea on Wednesday morning, it is believed that they are Jamaican. And I'm only saying this because of what I'm going to say next. The police have said that one of the theories is that the women went in the water for a swim and experienced difficulties because it was choppy. Now, I'm here to tell you there is no way on God's green earth that 3 Jamaican women have willingly got into the freezing cold sea in Brighton before 6 a.m. on a Wednesday morning. All I'm hearing is yet another case, this time 3 black women found unalived in another body of water. Stop trying to tell us they went for a swim, because what you're selling, we are not buying. Honestly, I find it absolutely petrifying and also disgusting that black women are constantly being found unalived in bodies of water, and all you lot keep on trying to tell us is they went for a swim. No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Let me say this now.
I'm nearly 40 years old. I know a lot of black women, and not one time have I ever known for them to go and swim in a body of water in England.
In England.
Make it make sense.
Let me say
what
this
black
now.
woman do you know that's gone between 6 a.m. to go for a swim in Brighton? Freezing cold. What black woman do you know that's gone for a swim in the River Thames? Stop trying to palm this off on they went for a swim and they experienced difficulty, because it's insulting at this point.
It is insulting. And let me say this now, right? God forbid anything ever happens to me. God forbid, yeah? But if I get found by a body of water, you lot know that someone did it to me. Because this is fucking ridiculous. How many women now does this make? It's giving serial killer that's escalating, or if not a serial killer, some sort of organization. Something's going on, and it's being continuously, constantly ignored with no investigation.
So when we spoke about it the first time, there were 7 that I had got information on within the last 5 years that this was going on, and it definitely seemed to be an escalation from 2023. It was like there was 5 of them running concurrently, and then this is women. There's also men as well, but for the segment that we had on the show, I just focused on the women, and that was also backed up by another women's charity that was putting out 5 women that had been missing and had
at
all
124
been said to be suicide, and there was no investigations basically into their deaths. And this feels exactly the same with this, that the police have said in just finding the bodies, we are not pursuing any third parties to be involved in this. It's the same rhetoric again. Why would you not? This is highly suspicious that so we need you actually to do an investigation. It shouldn't be ruled as it seems like they may have just drowned. It should actually be there are 3 women early in the morning in Brighton that were found dead in water. We need to investigate this. You need to find out their motives for how they got there. There may be foul play. They could have had their drink spiked. They could have been on a night out before. There could be other involvement in this. That isn't that the 3 women were dragged into the water by somebody, but there may be other circumstances. And to say you're not pursuing anything, that's where there's a problem, because it's the same cases. And it does feel like an escalation, because why is this happening? This would now be, I think it's the 2nd case this year of a black woman being found in a body of water. So it's really, to me, this is very suspicious. This does have the marks of something is going on out there. I don't know if it's a serial killer or what they've unleashed onto black women, but something does seem highly suspicious.
Agreed.
Dane C2572 says, what are the family members saying about this? It's too early. Well, if we're going by their timeline, it's too early to get that commentary because apparently they've only just been informed. So, and we were asking about if there's pictures of the women or anything. I'm sure by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there's going to be there'll be some visuals of who these people are. I mean, and the thing is, the way that the ones that have like all been in a location and it's the singular, there seems to be a bigger tie. But when if you're into like true crimes and watching what serial killers do, they don't often change up their MO. But then if there's a suspicion, then they're changing up the MO to throw people off the scent to make it look like something different. So there's that type line of thinking, or there's, I mean, again, if there's the levels where there's that kind of someone's attacking black women or there's a ring attacking black women, then there's also the spiritual thing, even from going back as far as Victoria Clymier. Was it Victoria? No, who was the little girl that was found in water?
I don't think we ever got a name of the child, but they used to say Child A because it was or I think they called it David at one point, the torso that was found.
That's it. So from that, there's a spiritual thing aligned with it, depending on where that narrative goes, or who has more kind of evidence related to that. Hold on 1 second. Strike, thank you very much. There was a case years ago in Woolwich where police found black bodies near bodies of water. They never caught the killer though. And that's the thing. And it's this thing with water and the narrative that black people are scared of water or don't go water, don't fuck with water. It's very interesting what not interesting in a good way, interesting in like what the hell is happening. I'd be interested to see what this is all about. Because there is also the wider thing, as you said. There's also the criminal gang aspects of it. And even then, it's like there could be something absolutely nefarious where they're specifically targeting black women, or there is a ring of people that are just being very reckless and careless. And if it's trafficking, whatever the case is, investigate it probably and don't be so dismissive of what is happening. Because if there's anybody else that they care about, there will be an absolute full investigation, detailed, targeted, continued.
When you frame something as suicide or accidental, that means that you don't have to do certain autopsies on people, right? And that also means that you don't have to look for evidence of foul play because you've ruled it out within the first 24 hours, within the first 24 minutes, you've ruled it out. So how do we know what these poor women have been subjected to? Because no one's run any DNA on them to see if they had anyone else's DNA underneath their fingernails. No one's, or evidence of trauma beyond drowning. No one's done that because they've ruled it out so quickly.
Yeah, I feel like it's irresponsible to even for the guy to have said that, and also you've done your statement and you're like, we're not going to take any questions. And I feel that would be one of the first questions a journalist would say. It's the same day. How would you know? Like, why is there not going to be an investigation? So it just feels, it all the way feels dodgy that this is taking place. I have been to Brighton Beach. When did we go? Maybe it was last year in September, early in the morning to try and catch the sunrise. It's flipping freezing out there for one, and is full of flipping birds everywhere. And there's the odd person sprinkled about who may be doing a jog, a run, or whatever. Like, there would be witnesses to something, and somebody said it as well. Brighton has as many cameras, it's not far off from London. There's cameras flipping everywhere. So you need to investigate this. This isn't a few hours later you're going to come out and be like, oh, this is what's going on here. And there's no, basically we're not investigating. Like this. I don't know.
What did he say? He said that at the moment there's no suggestion of foul play. I don't think he's finished completely.
But how can you say that? How can you come out and make a statement? And this is what they keep doing. They keep coming out and saying this, as I said, within the first 24 seconds. It's straight away. There's no suggestion of foul play. How the fuck do you know? How do you know? You haven't looked at their bodies properly. Have you run the cameras yet? You haven't run the cameras yet. So how can you come out and say there's no suggestion of foul play? What the fuck do you know at this point?
You don't know anything. You've only just, if in anything, just identified them and told them.
This is it. It's exactly that. I feel like that's a problem in itself. And honestly, any other community, they wouldn't do that because they would be held up to, why are you just discarding our bodies like that? Why is it that this isn't gonna, why do you not see suspicion? Because to me, this rings alarm bells of suspicion. But to them, it doesn't. That's a problem. If there was 3 white women, they wouldn't even add that in there. And that's the thing that they keep on doing. Who knows if it, I don't know what is up, but I have lots of different alarm bells going off as to why there seems to be this kind of spirit of this isn't alarming. That to me is really weird from the police. I find that strange.
It's really strange.
Police generally don't lead that way. They usually lead with suspicion.
Yes.
So it feels very
say our
weird
investigations are ongoing,
and you're not.
They usually will say our investigations are ongoing. We want to, they'll do that kind of appeal for, let us focus on our investigation and we'll be back with that more. You know what I mean? They'll do that, not immediately say that.
But
they're too quick to do it.
This is it. It's 3 bodies in water. This isn't an investigation on lots of different fronts.
No, I'm saying that what they would say when you know that
so many different things.
Sorry, it's more like what they would say when you know they're taking it seriously. There's a light language that they'd use, and they would say like, "Our investigations are ongoing." He didn't say that. Like, it's strange.
That's why it's weird.
Someone said something. I can't remember what someone said. Oh, I thought I saw a comment that I wanted to read out, but this
Sleep for Peace, thank you. Sleep for Peace says we should all write to our MPs because why isn't this national news? Why isn't Keir coming down to talk to our communities and calling for calm, but reassuring us about police presence? Exactly that. That's what I'm talking about. If this was any other, and honestly, I truly believe any other community, probably barring Muslim and Black people, they would have that reassurance that, we're investigating this from all angles thoroughly. There would be somebody, at least, like, I don't know who, it's the head of Sussex Police is going to put out some type of an appeal.
That goes back
to that shit.
What we always say, what we've been saying recently is that they're not scared of us. That we can have a few. We haven't got together as Black folks to protest since Mark, what's his name? Duggan. Since the riots. That's the last time we collectively en masse on a Black cause, and maybe George Floyd.
No, George Floyd.
And George Floyd. But maybe I'm thinking more, UK focused.
But I mean, as in a mass movement.
Yeah.
That definitely did things. It wasn't just because Americans were protesting. It was
I know. I get that.
It was definitely George Floyd.
It was George Floyd. But I'm just saying, like, I'm just giving it a bit of a UK focused thing. It's been a long time, and we don't have that power body. They're not scared. Otherwise, they're not scared of it. And that's not to blame us.
It's not only that they're not scared; they don't care.
Well,
and they're just showing us daily they don't care.
Yeah,
they don't care.
Yeah, it's but because they can still not care but be scared. You get what I'm saying? So
I said it's not only that they're not scared. I didn't say then that's it. I said it's not only that they don't care.
And that's it. It was Purple Pillar's point where it said maybe they're withholding info not to tip off the killer or raise back. They can also use rhetoric that it's very easy to say that because I had that flash thought when I thought about what they did with David the singer who murdered the young girl in America, where they said, "Oh, he's not the suspect," and But this has been going on.
The problem is,
going on for many, many years, and there's only so much you can do, like behind closed doors, and keep using the same language. And how long are you going to take to try and find this person? Do you know what I mean? Like
if they were taking it seriously, and like not saying anything because they're scared of like spooking the serial killer, organization or whoever it was that's behind this stuff, I feel like they would be actually telling us to be vigilant and be careful. They would, statements like that would come out where people are like, Black women, be vigilant, be careful. Here are the steps. Those are the things that would happen. We are doing, like you all said, we are doing this to protect you. That's not happening. It's not happening.
Did all the women that they found before, the 5 and the 7, did they all live near rivers and stuff? They were
all over the country.
No.
All over the
That's
country.
why it's weird.
Yeah, so they happened to find themselves by water.
They've had to travel.
And a lot of the family members were like, this person was not suicidal.
Yeah.
So, one woman just being like, I'm going for a walk, and everything is going well for her. She's studying. She's over here. She has a flat. Like her life is going well. Nobody said she was suffering from depression. And they actually, I think it was like 3 hours later, they reported her as missing, because it's like, that's weird. Mm-hmm. She isn't somebody that will just go off for a day or anything. So it's very early, her missing. And obviously, over here, she's an adult. So it wasn't taken seriously that this is really out of character. I think her being found was maybe like within 48 hours that they actually found her body. So it's like, how can you say this isn't suspicious when the whole family is saying this is highly suspicious? She would not kill herself. And it's things like that where it's like, come on, guys. It's not, I can't even say this is only a black thing, actually, because it wasn't that long ago I was watching something on a serial killer in the 70s. And it took them years to piece it all together.
Yep.
It's a really famous one, because the police are just so incompetent.
Yep.
Like they just weren't piecing it. It was a child snatcher. And it was like, when you see it in the long scope of the years, how did you not know that this was a person that was actually snatching kids? It took them so long. He had a spree for like 12 years.
I think there's
all piecing it together. So,
I think there's also, everything we believe aside, there's also, let me speak for myself, have been very much brainwashed by the efficiency of TV. And it's not even just not being dumb about watching TV cop shows and police shows and police procedures, all those type of things. But there is a normalization of what you think happens. And then when you look at the real thing, when it comes to cuts, when it comes to understaffing, under resources, and actually the incompetent people that are actually hired in these positions, because when they're doing sweeping police recruits because they've got no one to sign up and they're letting people in, we talk about the low hanging fruit, we talk about the people that are just aggressive and bullish and racist and sexist and nasty, that so many people, we need to really look at how, there's always police investigations, but where do they go? Who ends up getting in trouble? A few people get wrapped on the knuckles and then there's nothing. How many police people even get caught up in crimes themselves who are so criminal? There's been so many stories of police people raping, stealing, being part of drug rings, trafficking, all this type of stuff. So all the people, again, sometimes investigating yourself is a problem, in it, because what will you reveal when you investigate yourself? Yeah. How many people are complicit? How many stories, and we're talking about procedurals, how many stories about police who have actually been involved in unaliving people that shouldn't be unalived? Do you know what I mean? So there's all of this stuff, the establishment investigating themselves, the lack of resources, and actually the really understanding how intelligent are these people that are even looking into these cases. And do they even, and if you want to give them some grace to maybe they are trying or whatever, do they have the resources to even investigate these things properly? And if it comes on a hierarchy scale, we're trying to keep freaking far right protesters from killing each other.
Listen, all of that is fair, but all of that comes after.
All of
that comes after. So looking at resources, do we have enough resources to carry out this investigation? But if that comes after, because they're dismissing it straight away. Mm-hmm. They're not even looking into it and then saying we couldn't continue because we don't have the resources. They are on site after discovering these bodies, dismissing it straight away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, it's a huge problem. Awakened, that's the one. I've got it up there. That book goes into the Women by the Water. It's a fictional story, but it depends on how fictional you want to take it.
Yeah.
And there's another book.
I do remember Kelechi's talking about that for a while, about the people turning up, and it is disturbing when you see the cases building up over the years, and there not being any foul play. It's a bit like, hang on, all of these people, really? Like all of them? And this is just within the black community. Now, let's say that I don't know, there could be this shit going on with Asians as well. Like if if we all were collating our stories together, there may be a huge incompetence with the police force that we're all missing, actually. So, yeah, I mean, yes, Purple Pillar, yes. Well, I don't think they are looking for Madeleine McCann, really. There are quite a few different children that have gone missing from around the world that are figures to missing children. But when you think of the breadth of kids that have been missing, it's actually wild numbers.
It's crazy.
We just know of Madeleine McCann because it was news. Probably in that week that Madeleine went, there was probably 1,000 other kids that got taken from around the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And even if it is, as Yvonne says, Madeleine is white, there were lots of probably white kids, not probably, there were definitely white kids that go missing. I mean, the trafficking, that's why I wanted to get that Disney story. That trafficking thing is real. And kids who are vulnerable, let's start with them. And then kids who even we've seen it with kids from high-end families who get sold for bants, for power plays and stuff like that. So, I mean, whatever signal, whatever symbol Madeleine represents to them people, they know what it is.
Mm-hmm. There's lots of theories that Madeleine was sold. Lots, and from various different angles. Do you see how they never went into the other families that were on that holiday as well? And I watched something and they were explaining. When I find it, I'll find it and we can go through it on an alternative one. These are prominent people. It's one thing the McCains were prominent doctors in this. They were on a trip with lots of affluent people. This shouldn't have happened. Realistically, they had plenty of money to actually have had a nanny looking after their children. These weren't working class people scrimping together to go on a 2-week holiday. Like, we got to be real about this. And that their parents didn't do some type of time, I think, is just extraordinary. Absolutely. I know that was Sheila from the estate. She would have been in prison. They definitely would have taken her kids into care.
Definitely. I mean, like we said, look at that black mum who went to Sainsbury's, left her kids, and her house caught on fire. The way that people came for her, and rightly so, but if rightly so, but she left her kids and they died.
Yeah.
These lot left their kid. Your kid's gone. No one is saying shit to them.
Nothing.
Shouldn't they be in jail?
Still got.
Why did you leave your kid?
Like, it's actually what? And then all of the other parents, you left your children. You're just lucky it wasn't. Well, as you said, they say they knew who was gonna go, and to me, we don't know. That's suspicious.
It's crazy.
I was trying to find the Disney story. It's not just Disney. That's why it's a bunch of, including Disney cruise employees who were detained for this alleged ring of nastiness. Anyway, but I can't find it, so I'll find it for next week. Just because it's ongoing. It's nasty. It's ongoing, and I don't know what sacrificial nonsense this is for. I don't know. Anyway, moving on to a slightly lighter story. The UK, God, every time I thought I had a video, I don't have it to hand. The UK is moving towards the first ever smoke-free generation. Have you not seen this?
I think I have, actually.
Yeah.
Let me see. So basically, they are saying that the UK is set to create its first, after the new Tobacco and Vapes Act officially became law, introducing a gradual lifetime ban on tobacco sales for anyone born on or after the 1st of January 2009. Which doesn't make sense to me, but maybe it makes sense to you guys. The legislation is being described as one of the biggest public health interventions in decades. What do you guys think of that when I line up a video?
This basically means that when they get to a certain, so that the age for smoking is 18 now, I think. So what they're saying is by the time they get there, they won't to 18, they won't be able to do it because you can't buy cigarettes if you're born after 2009, is what they're saying.
Yeah, but I don't understand how do you police that? Like, I've watched a news story on it and just sat there and questioned, but how do you stop it? Because if you're still selling to the generations before them, well, they would just get it from them, wouldn't they? And then age at a certain point, like where we went out yesterday talking to 30-year-olds who I thought was my age mate. What are you going to do? Or is everybody buying a cigarette going to now be ID'd? Like, maybe, I guess, yes.
Or is it going to be illegal for you to give someone a cigarette?
Either way, it's not I just can't see how it would work, but I'm not opposed to it. Just
I'm not opposed to it,
so that we all can't get it. Like, just
that's what they should do. They should just ban it.
Yeah.
Entire generation will never be allowed to buy cigarettes, not because they don't want to, but because the law won't let them. That's exactly what the UK has just done. A historic decision that could change public health forever. But not everyone agrees. What just happened? The UK Parliament has passed a groundbreaking new law. It bans the sale of tobacco to anyone born on or after January 1st, 2009. This means if you're part of that generation, you will never legally be able to buy cigarettes. Not at 18, not at 25, not ever. Instead of a fixed legal age, the minimum age will increase every single year, creating what lawmakers call a smoke-free generation. Why this law exists? The reason behind it is simple: health. Smoking remains one of the leading causes of preventable death in the UK. Every year, it's linked to around 64,000 deaths in England alone, and hundreds of thousands of hospital admissions. It also costs the healthcare system billions. So the strategy is clear: stop people from starting in the first place. How the law works. Here's how it works in practice. If you were born in 2008, you can still legally buy tobacco at 18. But if you were born in 2009, you never will. Each year, the legal age increases by 1. So over time, fewer and fewer people can legally purchase tobacco, until eventually it disappears entirely from future generations. What else is included? But the law doesn't stop at cigarettes. It also targets vaping and nicotine products. Restrictions on advertising will become stricter. Flavored and youth-targeted marketing will face tighter controls, and smoke-free zones are expected to expand in public areas, like schools and hospitals.
What?
Supporters
it's AI territory now.
Supporters say this is a historic step forward, a long-term investment in public health. They argue it could prevent millions of future smokers and save countless lives over the coming decades. For them, this is not about restriction, it's about prevention. Criticism and controversy. But critics see it differently. Some argue it limits personal freedom.
The reason why, because the only one I saw reporting it was a BBC. I couldn't find anything else. It was BBC that was.
My thing is this: it's all well and good doing this, but the key word is legally. And we all know that a lot of drugs, because nicotine is a drug, are not bought legally. What they need to do is every year that they're doing the increase in this, they need to put bans on the actual manufacturers, because there's no point making money off of the thing and then doing this law. It's like, what are you doing? Because if you're you're born in 2008, you can buy all the cigarettes you like. You're born in 2009, that's a business for somebody. Basically, if I'm born in 2008, what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy all the cigarettes and sell them to anybody younger than me. That's what I'm going to do, because it's not illegal for me to do that.
There's that part. Will they be banning drinking as well? Thank you, Strike.
There's all of these things. Stop banning the making of these. Start putting limits on the manufacturing of these things, because you're saying it will be a healthier society, but you're not stopping the making of the thing that's causing the problem. You're just saying legally, we'll get to a point where the legal age for smoking is 100.
Yeah. That part is crazy.
But if you're 101, you can still smoke and buy cigarettes.
But they say that and people are smoking and drinking less anyway. So I just want to understand this move. Is it just because they're like, well, we're losing money anyway, so let's find another way to get them hooked on something else? I don't get it. I mean, Yeah, you know me already. I can't stand cigarettes, but at the same time, the banning, I'm not anti-banning, but it's just, it isn't the enforcing of it. And then it just pushes it underground. And the fact that it's legal is, there's regulation on the amount of nicotine and all the chemicals that go into it. So the minute they get pushed underground, anyone's making any type of cigarettes, and there's going to be more of a health thing.
They're not even saying they're going to stop manufacturing.
No, I know that. I'm just saying, but then even that opens, no matter what, that kind of legality thing opens up the flood, opens them. The black market up even more. Do you get what I mean?
Or it opens up someone who's born in 2008 buying all the cigarettes and selling them. It doesn't mean that they have to
buy it. It's what happens now anyway. People buy cigarettes from abroad. Like you would just go on holiday and stock up on the cigarettes that you want to have. Like this is such a stupid idea. I can't even understand why it went through being proposed other than money laundering. I just feel like this is such a stupid endeavor. People got paid to come up with this, you know.
Yeah.
There are civil servants that actually got paid to produce this report and turn it into a law. This is dumb. It's ban it or not. People are smoking less. Even in that report, that's why I was saying this is AI garbage, because they've already stopped. From years ago, we're going on like maybe 6 years that you couldn't get different tasting cigarettes. Like that's already happened. They also restricted how potent a cigarette can be as well. Already, that's already happened. There are less young people taking up smoking anyway. So we haven't been able to advertise in this country. I swear it's going on 30 years now.
Yeah.
So and the packets don't have covers. They have gruesome pictures on them. All of these things are done.
The shops.
This is it. It's been done already. And then in doing that, you came along and produced a whole load of vapes that are attractive to children. You know what you're doing. Like this is foolish. This is money laundering. You pay people a pretty penny probably to come up with bullshit. How are you enforcing it? And then you're going to tie it in probably with digital flipping IDs, and so everybody is going to have a chip in their hand so that you know their age. This is very stupid.
It's all exactly. And more people are vaping. It's a strange one. It doesn't make any sense. And what are you going to do when you see someone that you think is underage smoking at that point? Are they going to get arrested?
Them. Money laundering.
Nothing.
You're just going to be taxing people.
This is all that it is. It's not a fix. It's a plaster.
The bigger picture, exactly.
You've got a gaping wound, and you're putting a plaster on it and expecting it to stop.
And the thing is, what is the health thing? Because we really do know that there's not just cigarettes that is causing the increase in cancer. It's the world that we live in, the pollution, the food. Let's regulate the food industry. How about that? Let's regulate what's going into our food right now, the chemicals that are in our food. That's where you need to really put some stringent laws on what the hell we get to put in our bodies and what's going on in our school lunch systems, and stuff like that. So what is actually causing the illnesses? Because if that's down, that means your targeted restrictions are working. So
I think we can safely say it's not working, because when we were in school, cancer was 1 in 8.
Well,
and with all the restrictions on cigarettes, less people are smoking, and chain smoking has gone down considerably as well. Cancer is now said to be 1 in 2. So what can we deduce? It wasn't cigarettes that were causing various cancers. You can say smoking is attributed to certain cancers, but our food, our clothing, folks don't talk about the chemicals that are in our clothing.
Exactly.
Literally, that there's so many angles that are attacking our adrenal glands and causing various different cancers.
Exactly.
Smoking is it's just an easy industry because there's been so much going, where we have that pumped into us that it's really bad. Why isn't the same effort going into junk food and sugar? That is in absolutely everything.
That's what I was saying. I mean, when I said it's working, I mean it's work. The restrictions on cigarettes have worked because it's reduced the amount of people using cigarettes. So now let's look, as you said, look into the other areas. As I said, food. Look into even clothes and even the hair that that's not a national soil that we have to keep our eyes on. The hair and the extensions that we put in our hair, all the stuff that causes. There's so much. Because
makeup is supposed to be one of the worst, actually,
and makeup as well.
Yeah,
all these things. But yet you're talking about banning cigarettes when your restriction campaign has worked because people are not smoking as much. So now focus on something else. And what about the alcohol? Because yes, as alcohol, as they keep saying, I don't know which stats to believe because also it's all tied in with marketing. But they do say that alcohol is one of the biggest killers. So why is there no? There's apart from age, and I haven't even raised the drinking age, whatever. There's never been I don't know if you lot can remember if there's ever been a restriction on any type of alcohol consumption, apart from maybe
it's things that are
like hooch and things like that, like sweet drinks. I don't know.
Yeah. But then they bring them back round again. Now there's Buzzball, and that's even stronger than a hooch ever was.
Exactly.
You know, they know what they're doing. There's always something that comes along that is pumped to kids. Always.
The plastics. Thank you, African man. Anyway, all right. I've been low on funny videos. I don't know if you guys have got anything funny or nonsense. I've been low on them. I saw one that was
I did have one. Let me look for it.
Let me see. I've got some. Well, there was this because you know what? I experience this all the time. I just saw this video. This was a while back, and it is so true to this. Let me get it because I do all the dodging I can for these people.
What did I see on Kemi Badger?
Oops, daisy.
That has sent those people to Shoreditch High Street Station. Who keeps sending them there? Because now that station gives me anxiety. When I'm coming down the stairs, immediately I am now hit with a wave of will I make it? Because in the distance, I see them.
Oh, they're at Shoreditch as well.
Them. I see them. And I think they're going to stop me. They're going to stop me. So then I'm like, let me walk faster. Let me look like I have somewhere to go. I actually have somewhere to go. I have somewhere to go. The destination wasn't the station. I haven't decided to come and just stand at the station and just be like, come at me. What are we doing today? No, I actually have somewhere to go. So I come out and immediately eyes locked on something in the distance charging and, hi, excuse me, miss. No, I don't. Does it look like? Does it actually look like I have time to stop? Because maybe I'm giving something I don't know. But I just genuinely think, and I remember one time I told one of them, I said, listen, I'm so sorry, I can't stop, I have somewhere to go. He said, where are you going? You lost me forever. You lost me forever. Never, ever, ever. Who is the boss?
Yeah, it's just, I was just like, it gives me anxiety. I hate that I have to act. I have to pretend. Sometimes you're on the phone. I think, who was it? Was it me and you when we were in circus the other day now when the girl was like, you're so beautiful. Oh my God, you're so beautiful.
Yes, yeah.
And then I came back. I think when I came back, she did it again. And I was like, and I didn't mean to cut my eye at her because like, I know you're just doing your job. I had to cut. I was like, it was a stressful day after trying to find clothes. But you already approached us and we were busy. You came back and saw me again and said, hey, beautiful, same line. You didn't even change up your fucking lines.
Everybody that's passing her is beautiful. I do actually know the boss of that company.
Which one?
He's a decent guy, the Blue Jackets.
Oh, okay, because there's a few. We
actually went to uni. So there definitely is people doing the same. So no, I can't even cuss it too much. But I think it's a scam. I have.
Yeah, there's the one.
Said this to him. I've said this to a deputy anyway, that it is a scam. But yeah, like they make a lot of money.
My thing is lucrative. There's the knife crime ones and there's the charity ones. The knife crime ones, I'm even more annoyed because I remember, I don't know if it's the same guy that you're talking about. I remember where I worked at one time, they wanted to do an investigation and I was like, and along the lines of SPAC Nation, and I was torn between this being, is it racism because it's a black initiative? But I had also got my own reservations about it because like, I don't know how you're stopping knife crime, having these kids out of the street. To me, it's like you're begging. I do get the
it's the knife crime one I'm talking about, with attached to the magazine. Yeah.
There's a humility and humble to being able to ask and advocate for something that I think, yes, teens could go through, young people to be not so, but I just don't know the through line. Where does the money go once I've invested? It hasn't stopped knife crime because knife crime hasn't stopped. This magazine, I barely see the magazine. I see more of the people than the magazine. I've seen the magazine before. I have seen the magazine. I don't know if there's more than one because I know there's. different.
I think the mag at one stage, they used to do it that they were trying to sell the magazine to you. So when it first started, it was like trying to sell the magazine, but the magazine is on the donation. So some people would pay a $5, some people would pay 20, sometimes they pay a few. Now it turns into you donate to us, you fill in the form, and then I think they will send it to you.
Yeah.
Now I don't know anybody that has paid or received the mag, but it is a pyramid scheme. So you'll have the ones that are out there, and if you are watching them at work, you will also see there's like coaches and there is an overseer with them as well. I would not be surprised if this is investigated soon, but because they're young Black kids, I think that's why it's not being investigated. Because to me, this is very dodgy. Yes, this is very, very dodgy. So it's the same as SPAC Nation. Why that is allowed to go on, and you have young people living in houses together, and nobody isn't seeing this as something that needs to be really investigated.
Yeah.
Same shit.
Yeah, this was like 5 years ago. I remember this place where I worked, they were like, we want to do an investigation. And I was a bit like, oof. And I was like, okay. A news investigation, I'm saying. So I was like, okay. But it's dodgy. But that aside, the joke side of it is that I'm on the phone. I'm the one who's feeling bad. You've got so many different people coming at you. You've got some of the nice young people, and you would engage with them in conversation on any other day, but they've got the lyrics, they've got the lines, and it's just like, just leave me the hell alone. And it's not just Shoreditch. White City Station.
No, I mean, I didn't even know they were at Shoreditch. I'm only ever at Shoreditch at night though, so maybe they've all gone home. But in Stratford, it's like doing a gauntlet.
Yeah.
Like they come at you from different angles. They are positioned, and it's from being in Stratford that I noticed the hierarchy. Like, oh, so that's somebody that is watching over these three. And then there's a big boss person. And it's just like, no, this is crazy. Please leave me alone. I will never give you money. There is nothing that you can say to me that I am going to donate to this cause ever.
Even the charity ones, like Save a Child, miss. No, I don't want to.
No. No. I'm not going to do it. Did you hear about Prince? He's not Prince anymore. Andrew's daughter, one of them has a charity. It's a children's charity. Is now being looked into by the Charities Commission because there was more money going on wages than was going to anybody in need. Just a straight up hustle. Like they need to lose their titles as well as their dad.
Yeah.
The two girls, they're just as dodgy as well. I'm not giving to any charity unless I start it.
Okay. Did you lot, seeing as you talked about the kids, did you lot see the story? We didn't even touch on it. I meant to do it before. Where are we at with the Diddy Sarah Ferguson affair?
Diddy had an affair with
Diddy? No, it wasn't an affair. It wasn't. I don't think it was an affair.
There was a new book that claimed Diddy had a secret relationship with Fergie. A new royal biography had claimed imprisoned. They had like a friends with benefits situation going on.
I can believe it. Fergie, remember when she was getting her toe sucked in Spain?
Yeah.
Fergie's been out here being a freak. I absolutely can believe it.
Yeah, this was the thing. I don't know how far it's been. I mean, obviously it's been denied.
Look at her face, though. Diddy's a freak. He could do this.
I think it's got annoying music, so let me just see how it goes. Sorry, I don't like this drumming. I'm sorry. I hadn't played this for a little minute. But yes, apparently they had friends with benefits arrangement. And so every so often, and she was a little bit of a party woman. So I don't know.
Someone in the chat said Fergie as in Black Eyed Peas.
No, Fergie.
Andrew's ex-wife, the woman about town, Miss. What was her nickname before? Apparently, his fragrance was named after Sarah Ferguson's personal tastes. Who knows what the hell?
I wouldn't put it past her. It's like she's been out here doing stuff, and she was brethrens with all of them. She was Epstein. She said, "I love you like a brother." Like she could do stuff with Diddy. That could happen, definitely.
Look how wild she. Remember when, I don't know, Fergie was touted as the fresh young thing and the rowdy one, and she looks so rough even from young.
I know, she is aging like her morals, definitely.
Yeah. So there you go. Just wanted to
I put some funny shit in the in our group.
I did as well. That was the Kemi one that I was thinking of. I put it in our group for some nonsense. But this also was nonsense. Duchess of Pork. Was it Duchess of Pork?
No, there was it that one? There was another one. I don't know. But anyway.
Duchess of Pork. Oh my word.
Oh yeah, I saw this. Give me 1 second. Let me play it. All right, some more nonsense from our queen of nonsense.
Not my queen.
Oh, she's nonsense. She is nonsense queen.
You are. I'd be sitting in London in the House of Commons, listening to debates. The text will come in, and I'd look at it and be like, "It will look on me restructuring. Like, why is Daddy sending me these texts?" And he sent so many. There was a day I said, "Daddy, I'm going to block you if you don't stop sending me all these messages." But he knew I cared about Nigeria. I may be thousands of miles away, but I still love this country just as much as I love the UK. And I know he saw himself as a reasonable man, as the voice of reason, and I got that love for this country.
Where's Kemi's accent gone, please?
Well. Uppity, the Intellectual Playground returns on the 26th of May, which is a Tuesday.
This is just advertising his show.
It looks like we might have some.
And that looked like was she at a funeral? Talking about her dad.
I think it could be her dad's funeral.
Yeah. I saw this, and this made me really chuckle. I think it's excellent. There's two things. I want you to play this and the other one as well. This is about remakes.
She said the child is mine. I know nothing about that one, but the kid is not my son. She said, Michael, when I was close, I go make you stand on your toe. I is not no Lisa Marie. I go make you drop on your knee. Billie Jean is not my love. She's a liar. Don't let me fool you. Oh, no, Billie Jean, she say I'm sexy. And she want me, but I don't like she. She want me jumpy, or she my back. Don't move your hand. I touch your man.
Oh no.
Billie Jean is not my lover. She's a liar. Now, R.I.P. to this man because he's not with us anymore. But this.
Oh wow.
He says, Billie Jean is not my lover.
Oh, that
she's
is
a liar. And then he's like, grab your crotch and wine. Grab your crotch and wine. So Remy Berg, we love Remy. She had Neo on, and they did another remake of a very popular song that we all know. Take it away.
All right. Are you ready? Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Wow.
How I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high. Like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high. Come on. Like a diamond in the sky. Shine bright, shine bright, shine bright, shine bright, shine bright, shine bright. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. Little star. What's it giving now? Twinkle, 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 little star. How I wonder what you are up so high. So high. Like a diamond in the sky. Like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, 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 little star. How I wonder what you are up above so high. So high, so high. Like a diamond in the sky.
Oh, really?
I have watched that an unhealthy amount of times. It's brilliant. I've watched them both those videos an unhealthy amount of times. Love it. Love it. You're on mute.
Oh, Remy is the best,
We
man.
were close to getting Neo. We were close to getting Neo when he was in town. Apparently, someone said
We got Remy coming.
Apparently, someone said that he's very nice and his situation is very. When you see it in real life, it doesn't look crazy. Even though it's crazy, it doesn't look crazy, and it just looks like it is what it is. And they all get on very well, and they're all very nice, and it just seems normal.
I heard that. The thing is, like, while he was here, I really had hoped that he would have done a few pods because he does them quite often in America, and he's always really good on a pod. Like he comes across really well on a podcast, better than in interviews, I think, because he's just a little bit more natural and relaxed. I think he would have. It would have been great if he had come on.
He was actually scheduling because he was in and out, so I think that was what it was. To be fair, but also there was, But yes, anyway, guys, that has been News and Nonsense. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Can we get some?
Oh, hang on, we got some donations in, didn't we?
We did indeed. Are you going through them?
Guys, man, make it happen. We need more. Make it rain, make it rain. Okay, so we started off with Strike. He gave us £5. Thank you so much, Strike. Kevin, our fave, he gave us £5 as well. We have Dane, gave us $2. Strike came back again with £5, and then he topped it off with £2. Thank you so much, Strike. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
You're going head to head with Kevin at the moment now. Like, Kevin seems to have fallen off a little bit, and Strike, he's taking your place.
Yes.
He'll take your crown.
You're getting some compliments on your hair, Nana. Love your hair, Nana. Short length,
Thank
nice and fresh.
They're called micro crochet. I think that it's a new kind of natural hair that has a string attached to it. It's very easy to do.
I love it. I love it. Oh. All right, guys. Thank you. Have a wonderful Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your day. That has been News and Nonsense. Tune into the main show. We've got a couple of back-to-backs coming out soon. We've got some great guests, so you'll be very inundated with some stuff. If you listen to the podcast, if you like listening to it, our latest episode with Poet is up live now.
There we go. Visuals will be out on Monday. We've got Poet, we've got J2K, but we've got so many really good guests coming on, like for our Gemini season.
Amazing.
It's
gonna be a Gemini sandwich in a couple of days.
Sandwich. Scorpios, be on your guard. They're out there. They're dethawing.
Hopefully, we will see some of you at the Afro Hair and Beauty Show as well, guys. It will be really great to see you live and direct as well.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye.